All right, story about this video. I had 15 minutes left in my day. I needed to go home for dinner. I hadn't made any prospecting calls. I was a complete slacker this day. And so I wanted to give you guys some unedited content of what 15 minutes can do in your day. Hope you enjoy. All right, so I'm just in my office and I only have about like 15 minutes before I have to go home. So I'm gonna make some calls and we're gonna see how many we can get right away. So up in front of me, I have my calendar. I have my leads, I have my dialer, and we are gonna make it rock right now. So, I have my music.
Welcome to Storm.
And I have my music. You gotta have music, right?
Hello.
Hi. Hey, I was calling about, you have a home for sale? Or a
Yeah.
unit for
Condo.
sale?
Yep.
Yeah, condo. Yeah, and you're selling that for sale by owner, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. My name's Alma. I'm with Century 21. I'm sure you've had a ton of agents calling you trying to list it, right?
Yeah.
Well, fortunately, the purpose for my call, we just sold a couple other units not far from there, so I was just calling to get some info about this one. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. So tell me a little bit about it. How many bedrooms does it have?
It's 3-bedroom, 1 3/4 bath. There's a shower in the master.
Oh, okay. So 3-bedroom and 1 3/4, you said?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. What's the square footage?
It's about 1,100 square feet.
Okay. 1,100. Okay, cool. Now, was this unit on the market with like an agent before?
Yeah, my son bought it,
Uh-huh.
and then he just couldn't keep up on it, and so I actually took it over, and then I renovated the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm a contractor, and then I renovated it, and then if I don't get it sold here within probably by Friday or Saturday, then I'm just going to put it as a rental and move it into my rental inventory.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. You're in a good area. Why not just rent it?
No, that's what I'm going to do. I just was trying to get some cash out of it that I've already dumped into it. I've dumped almost 20 grand into it, so.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. I mean, would you rather rent it or would you rather just get it sold?
It doesn't really matter. I'm not too concerned about it at this point, so.
Okay.
Like I said, if it sells, it sells. If not, then I just rent it.
So it's not a financial burden to you by any means?
No. Nope.
Okay, good. And then, so you did some upgrades to it. What all did you do to it?
It's all new flooring everywhere, painted, new cabinets, countertops in the bathrooms, and then we did new tile in the tub surrounds, all new lights, all LED, and then it has a new air conditioner and condenser, and then a new water heater.
Okay, so you
It's also got a soft water heater in there that's only like maybe 6 months old, or soft water softener.
So you did dump quite a bit of cash into this thing here pretty quick, huh?
No, and I changed out all the plugs and switches, everything, so it's been completely updated. I wish the HOA would let me update the outside, but they don't want me to do anything with that, so.
Yeah, it's like, hey, let me do you a favor here.
Yeah, and they're like, nope, sorry, we'd have to do it to all of them. I'm like, well, I don't know all of them, so.
Yeah, no joke. And that's not a huge complex over there, right? How many units are right there?
Gosh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 buildings, and they're all basically fourplexes.
Fourplexes, okay, cool.
Yep.
All right. And what are you asking for it right now?
185. It's like 184 is what I've got it on there. The one right next to me sold for 183.
Uh-huh.
And they didn't change any of the lights out. They did, carpet and paint. That's about it.
Right.
Oh, and I've got granite countertops, all new appliances, everything.
How do you feel like it's priced at 185?
I know I'm a little bit on the high side, but I don't know. We'll just, like I said, I'm just going to wait and see. If I sell for that, great. If not, then I'm just going to rent it.
So the reason I ask you that question, there was this unit I just sold in Spanish Fork, a little different, obviously a different area. You're actually in a better area just for pure value, but I just sold this unit in Spanish, or I'm sorry, I sold this unit in Payson. And I went into this complex, and everything in that complex was selling for like 180.
Yeah.
179.9, and everything in that square footage range, was going that. And then the ones that were bigger, like 2,100, 2,200 square feet, were like 215,000. And I'm like, man, price per square foot wise, that would just be a killer deal. And so we priced the property up at 195, and we sold it in a week, and closed on it and everything. Of course, my biggest concern was, will it appraise,
Yeah.
And we sold it in a week. And then there was this other unit that I just sold in Provo 2 months ago, and it was a similar scenario. And he came to me, he's like, man, the market's great, let's just price this thing, because I thought it would be in a different price point, but the same principle applies. I thought this thing would not sell for anything higher than 208. And I'm looking at this going, 208, there's just no way it'll sell for more than this. There's nothing in the area that has sold more than that in this neighborhood. And so we put it on the market, and he's like, man, I trust you. I believe in you, is what he's telling me. I believe in you. I know you can market it this the right way, and let's just see what the market will do. And he's like, let's price it at, not 208, but let's price it at 229. I'm like, nope, there's no way this unit's going to sell for 229. And I said, I hope you're right. We can try it for a week. If not, we go to my price of 208, because there was just no supporting facts,
Yeah.
And I've been in the industry for 16 years and sold in the area for the last 16 years, so I know the market really well. And so he puts it up at 229. We had an offer in less than a week, and it actually appraised also.
Oh, wow.
And so I'm looking at some of these units, and I'm like, holy crap! Like we keep selling them, or people keep marketing them at what their neighbors sold for, rather than what the market is allowing or what the market's dictating.
Yeah.
And especially in in your price range, we get a lot of cash buyer and a lot of investor buyers that want to buy them and then turn them as rentals. And so it might be a good opportunity for you to profit on it. Of course, I'd have to see the unit, obviously, and identify if that makes sense. But you would know as well as I would whether or not it would make sense to try to list it and sell it that way. I mean, obviously, if we can net you the cash you need on it, you'd be open to at least exploring that, right?
Yeah, no, let me talk to my wife and see what she'll think. So she actually wants me to keep it as a rental. She's kind of pushing me that way, and I'm kind of more, I'd like the liquid cash right now, but...
Yeah, well, I mean, and either way is fine, you're going to do well either way. That's not, but if it is one of those things like, hey, I'd rather turn this thing in 2 or 3 weeks and get cash on it, and there's just not a better opportunity to do that. Everything in this price range is gone in a matter of days or weeks max.
Yeah. No, I get a ton of realtors saying, hey, I've got people who want to look at it, and I'm just like, I'm just not paying realtors commission on this one. Normally, if it wasn't what I put in inventory, I'd just put it on the market and get rid of it.
Yeah, because you have a lot of cash into it, huh?
Yeah, and that's the only reason I thought, I'll get a little bit of cash out of it, but
I just wonder
it's not a huge emergency for me. But
and it may not, this may not be the case, but I wonder if we could net you more money on it. If we could get you irk out another 10 G's on it, it would definitely be worth it for you to list it.
Oh yeah, no, if it doesn't cost me anything and I still get the same amount of money, I don't really care. So
yeah. All right. I mean, if
you talk to my wife and see what she says, and go from there.
Okay. And actually, if you're open to it, I'll actually be over by you tomorrow. Actually, I'll be over there around 3 o'clock, and then I'll be over there again around 7. Do you live nearby the unit?
I live in Alpine, but I'm out and about. I own a flooring company, and
oh, do you really?
I have projects going all over the place right now, so I'm constantly all over. Got cabins and canvas right now, stuff going on in Provo. Got a $5 million renovation going up in Alta right now. It's just crazy.
Oh, wow. Do you do all kinds of flooring, or?
Yeah, we do tile, hardwood, carpet, vinyl, all that stuff.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Well, maybe I'll have to chat with you a little bit about that too, as far as being on a vendor list, because I work with a lot of builders as well. So I helped them buy the land, and then I helped them to, you know, go all the way through the sales process of the units themselves too. So
Yeah.
okay, cool. Well, let's
Holler at me tomorrow if you're going to be down there, and then I could probably meet up with you and let you in, and then we can discuss a little bit more and go from there.
yeah. Would something like 3 o'clock work for you tomorrow?
Yeah, you know, and I'm all over the place because it's kind of like you. You know, you get a phone call and you got to go show a house, or I got to go measure, you know, a house, or you know, meet with somebody. But
Yeah.
I'm all over the place. If you give me about 45 minutes, I can typically get there no matter where I'm at. So
Okay. I'm actually, oh, you know what? I'm teaching a class at noon. That might go a little bit late. Why don't I'll put you down for like 4 o'clock tomorrow, and then I'll I'll put you down for like 4 o'clock tomorrow. And then what I'll do is between now and then I'll do a little bit more research, just kind of see if I can get any additional numbers, because it's such a small complex, it's going to be hard to find. But I'll open up to, you know, other properties in the area and just kind of see what they're selling for. And then
got a little bit of market analysis on that, and everything in the area is selling for like 198 to 210 or 210.
Yeah, exactly, right.
If it has covered parking, or if it has, you know, if it's a brick exterior, pool, and stuff like that. But
right,
there's a few things that come into play on that. But
well, and the sweet thing about and I don't know if this has covered parking and pool and stuff like that, does it?
No,
So,
nope.
You know, the cool thing about it though is that if you have kind of a really nice interior, then some of those other things aren't mattering as much in this price range, because buyers are just kind of like, they want to turn the key, and they're sick of going to buy a property and it gets 6 offers on it immediately, you know?
Yeah.
And so a lot of times they'll just, you know, if you're close to parks or whatever like that, it makes the case for value without necessarily having priceable amenities that you would typically have in a normal complex.
Yeah, no, and like I said, it's really close to BYU. It's close to UVU. I mean, it's real close to. I mean, you're right next to the mall there.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right.
Mall.
You're 6.
The front runner station is just, you can walk to it. It's less than 5 minutes away.
Okay. So you're 629 South, 500 West, right? Is there a unit number?
16.
Unit 16. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'll plan on meeting up with you. And what was your name again?
I'm Jeff.
You're Jeff. Okay. And my name's Alma.
Yep. Okay.
So, what's your last name, Jeff? Okay, cool. Well, I'll just do a little bit of research. I'll plan on meeting up with you over there around 4, and then, you know, if what we talk about makes sense, and both you and your wife feel comfortable with what we would do together to sell the property. I mean, is there anything that would stop us from listing it?
No.
Okay. And I really think this is going to be, I mean, and you know this isn't rocket science. We're just in a marketplace where people are turning properties really quick, and the biggest issue I see with them is they're turning them way cheaper than what they could. And even to my dismay, you know, right? That house over in Provo right there, I thought 208, the market told me completely wrong. And no matter how much experience I have in that neighborhood, it still kicked my butt, and I was happy. I was wrong, you know.
Yeah.
It netted that client way more money, and he was like, "See, I told you." So I'm like, "Oh." Like, you know, I try to be a professional and all, but the market it just does what it wants to do.
Right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So all I do is I do the right marketing, and I get the right amount of people in the property to cause it to sell. So.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. Well, I'll put it on my calendar, but you know, if you could text me and just remind me, like at 3:30 or 3:15, that would be awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I can go 100 million different miles an hour.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, will do. Thanks, Jeff.
All right.
All right, man. I'll see you tomorrow. Was that rocket science? In any way, by any stretch, was that rocket science? Not at all. And it had nothing to do with a specific script, right? I mean, what did I ask him? How much was he asking? What did you do to it? How many beds and baths? It wasn't what I said. It wasn't what the script was necessarily. It was maintaining a high level of confidence and comfort, right? How do you know when they're comfortable on the phone? When I'm comfortable. It's a trick question. You know that they are comfortable when you are comfortable. And so if you start off the conversation with being comfortable, then they will be comfortable as well. I told you I had 15 minutes. We are right at 15 minutes. And I set one appointment. And no hyperbole, you guys, that was the first call I've made of the entire day. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully you found this video extremely helpful. If you did, please like it, comment, subscribe, and share the video. See you on the next one.